This story is based on the true story that occurred in Thailand for more than 30 years ago, in the era when there is no big cinema in any department store like today. Outdoor movies are entertaining tools that make everyone, even in rural areas, enjoys, and this including ghosts. Previous story, we mentioned about a phone call at night to the owner of the outdoor film company to present 3 movies in a remote area. And after the owner and 2 staff went there, they set up screen, everything, and 9 p.m. start showing the cinema. 2 of their staff fell asleep and ran away from ghosts all night. However, the owner was presenting the movie, seeing the audience having unusual behaviors. For example, they sit silent while watching movies, and not even the sound from insect or the sound of birds. He just heard only the sound of the movies. After finished showing, he tried to look at the audience. Within a second, they disappeared, and he fell asleep and wake up. And now, listen to the younger staff telling his story. Before we go into detail, please subscribe our channel, SlothGangster, and don't forget to ring the bells to receive any update information from us. Let's have fun, enjoy our sloth gang. The youngest worker continued his story. Boss, after I look at my feet and see her head nearby, that is so scary, but that is not the scariest part. Because after we have the eye contact, she said to me that, "Don't you want to kiss me?" Her face is totally pale, contrasting with completely black eye without a gleam, like a black hole. She has a red lips and her neck was covered with blood. So I slowly came up. Her headless figure gradually bent down and pulled her hair and hold it. So her face was gradually falling off the ground slowly. But her eyes still keep looking at me. Look, my arm went good bump again. It's so frightening. Even though the senior staff was afraid, but he was more curious, so he wanted to hear more. He said, Please continue. What happened next?" "Well, I ran away, but it seemed like I am in an Indian movie. No matter what I tried to hide, she could find me. I ran into the building that's surrounding with people walking and talking. I think that this place should be safe. But after I entered into the building, the atmosphere was changed. It's like an abandoned building. I looked at the entrance and saw her walking into the building. Then I immediately ran upstairs. I knocked on every door, but all of them were locked. Finally, I found a toilet room. I ran into one room. I tried to play, but at that time, I couldn't remember any chant, so I recited Putto and hoped that she would went away. However, the sound of her high heel knocked on the floor, the same rhythm that I recite. Then I sat on a toilet lid and closed my eye with thrill. Hopefully she couldn't see me, but she laughed with her cold voice. I can't wait here until you finish your business. In my mind, I thought, don't wait for me. Please go to your favorite place. However, she responded to me in a frightening sweet voice. My favorite place is being with you. Well, you went to the toilet for a long time. Don't have tissue? I will send you a moment. Then her hand reached over the door and delivered something. My eye widened and looked at what she held in. It was a head with long hair covering the pale face. Her black eye stared into my eye, and her bright red mouth smiled slowly. Can I help you? Shit! I jumped onto the toilet lid and pushed myself to go to the next room. After I went out of the toilet room, I ran away immediately without thinking. Finally, I left the building and cut through the garden. I stood panting at a basketball court. After a while, I heard a tumbling sound and heard someone talking to me softly. Let's play basketball. As soon as I raised my head, that person threw a ball to me. After receiving it, I looked what I hold in my hand. It was not a basketball, but the head of that ghost. She turned around and stared at me again. She repeated that sentence. Let's play basketball. Then she licked my finger. I immediately threw the head back. Then I was running away fast, but no matter where I went, she could always find me. I ran up a hill, she still followed me, like we are in an Indian movie. Finally, I could wake up. Running all night made me so tired. Well, boss, did you also find something strange last night? The owner shook his head before recounting the situation he had encountered. The young man hinted, Oh, you were in luck, not being haunted at all. And why is the dirty cloth bag full of coin that you mentioned? While the owner was picking up an old cloth bag, he heard the sound of a bicycle bell. Cling, cling, cling. What are you guys doing here? A middle-aged woman riding a bicycle nearby and looked at the three people curiously. The owner smiled and told her that they were hired to show movie here. The woman raised her eyebrows in surprise. Who are watching your movie? This is an old cemetery. There is no village around here. If I don't have to pass through this way in order to reach another village faster, I would not drive through it at all. She turned to look at them and shook her head and drove the bicycle away. Hey boss, you said that you got a bag of coin. Is it the same thing as I thought? The senior staff said. Hey, what do you mean? I can't keep up. The younger staff scratched his head. Then the owner showed the dirty cloth bag he received and opened it. That is it. The older worker mumbled. The younger asked his senior staff, What do you mean? Give us with many coins like this. What do you think? Where will the goat get the money to pay? There are coins from that dead body. Hurry to pack the rest of stuff and let's go out of this place quickly. This is the end. We do hope that you will enjoy the story. As mentioned earlier that this is based on true story that the owner of Jamjan Outdoor Film Company told reporters, and it also published in several famous newspapers. There are interviews on YouTube too. There is a Thai movie about this story as well. However, you may notice that the story by SlothGangster are a lot of different from the real one. In the true story, the owner got money in banknotes, not coins. He showed a contact that one man in the village hired his company to show movies. The owner did not went there, but sent several staff to show movie. 5 of his staff slept on the truck and dreamed running away from ghosts all night. The other 2 staff presented movies and saw the unusual viewers as mentioned in our story. His staff was told to leave the place before 4 a.m. Otherwise, the way would be blocked and they could not get out. After driving out of the place, they met some villagers telling them that it would be possible to show movie there because the place are in the forest and full of ghosts. The staff went back to report the owner and resigned from the job with full of fear. This story became popular and popular later on because many villagers won lotteries by buying the car register number. At that time, the reporter went there and find some evidence by interview with many villagers. However, there is a controversial about the place to show the movie. That's what in the house of a villager hiring the company to show movie or in the forest, as mentioned by the workers. Our SlothGangster team don't want to bring up whether the story is true or not. We just want to say Happy Halloween to all of you! And if you want us to make this special project again, please support us by subscribing our channel and hope to see you soon.
Thank you for joining SlothGangster. Please accept our apology if there are some mistakes in our video.
Let's have fun and be part of our SlothGangster team, leading by Fast, Cautious, and Doodoo.
We are cute, but crazy.
Be part of our gang is not that easy. You have to find a way to subscribe to our channel.